What's good, people? Welcome to the Chronicles of Culture podcast. My name's Connor F. Davies, and this week I sat down with Kieran Warner, aka King K, to discuss his story through dance and what the Litefeet culture means to him. Let's have a look.
My name's Kieran Warner, aka King K. I'm from Bristol, and my main style is hip hop, including Litefeet. Litefeet is hip hop culture.
Let's get into it. Tell us your story. How did you originally get into dance, and where does Litefeet come into that?
Cool. So I first started, I'd say, like dance when I was 15, turning 16, 2008.
Right.
I've been copying music videos, Michael Jackson, some of the boy bands, like
As we all do.
yeah. And then a friend of mine suggested we watch Honey, and I did, and was like, "This is cool.
It's
I
such
want
a
to do
good film.
this."
It is such a good
sick.
film.
And then there was a party, and there was a few guys ciphering, and I
Okay.
remember being like, "It's like the film. Like,
Yeah.
what is this?" And I was too scared to like talk to them. I didn't know who they were, but we called it a nappy night in Bristol,
Okay.
like at Oceana. Every other month there'd be like an under 18s party,
Okay.
and we called it a nappy night. So it was all for babies.
Kids like.
So I went to this, and coincidentally, they were in line in front of me. There was
Okay.
always a long line, and they were literally in front of me. And I was like, I saw you guys dance at the party, and then they were asking if I danced. I was like, well, I dance at home, and they invited me to training.
Okay, sweet.
So that was the original clique. We were a group called Fresh and Fly,
Okay.
and then these boys also trained at the Angels Academy in Bristol.
Right.
And through them and through I went to there, and that's where I met Frankie and Ramel, and yeah, I guess the rest is kind of history. Like Frankie then introduced me to popping, into the house, and he was a student at Swindon Dance.
Okay.
So then I followed him there, and that's where like I got my training. So we've been taught by Plague and Clara and a number of other people, but like yeah, hop, skip, and a jump. Popping and crump were my thing.
Okay.
Crump had a lot of politics going on, and like as an older teen, but like still wasn't an adult yet. It was like I didn't really care about all of this extra stuff, and it sort of killed the love for it a little bit.
You just wanted to dance.
Yeah, exactly. And then one of my teachers, Rob Hilton, he was running a camp called Skills and Drills, and I did that intensive, and he had a hip hop teacher called Eugene come over, and Eugene was I enjoyed the hip hop class, but he also gave a lecture during the camp, and I thought this guy is like sick, like his information is all of the history, and he told us that Link was coming to Europe soon, and if I liked it, I should go to that. So this in the summer, in December 2011, Link did a week's intensive in London, and I took part, and that's where he did some bits of Litefeet. And this is also where I sort of became a hip hop dancer. Like I entered my first hip hop battle in that same week, and yeah. So it was a bit of a, Litefeet was like a side thing. Like I was learning hip hop, and certain steps were being put in this bag of like, oh, this is also called Get It Life. But I wasn't aiming to be a Litefeet dancer. I was just collecting stuff for hip hop.
Yeah. You were still in the process of learning everything.
Yeah. And then 2013, I think it was, or early 2014, one of my boys, soul brother Chi, he was doing a semester in France. And at that time, Mish had brought Kid Pat and E Solo to France for a performance, and Clara was in it too. And just through them meeting, Chi learned a rev up, and then came back and was like, this is a rev up. I had a tone warp, I had some bad Harlem Shake, so like slowly I was developing like the repertoire. And then 2014, I did a hip hop battle in Poland called Can You Rock Me? Shouts to Can You Rock Me? And I think it was the semi-final or quarter-final. They played a Litefeet track by Kid The Wiz and Lil Live. And I was like, oh cool, I'll do some of the Litefeet stuff I know. Put the clip on Instagram, hashtag Litefeet, and the New Yorkers saw it. I think the first guy was Chris Alex, and then he tagged Cry and cried and was commenting, E Solo commented, Richie Rich commented, and suddenly now I knew the Litefeeters. And yeah, they were really engaged and enthusiastic about me doing Litefeet in Europe, in the UK, and Richie eventually was like, I can come stay and train, and
So,
yeah.
how do you see the connection between Litefeet in the US and in the UK?
So I think it's like most styles, when they've come to Europe or Asia or wherever else they've traveled, there's going to be some form of like teaching or labbing that happens from a US person. So we've been very lucky that the OGs have been quite generous with their time. Richie Rich was the first. He flew himself out here and then taught a bunch of us. Cry then came, Keenan, Swiss, and then the list goes on. Like a lot of them have been out here. So I think that's made the UK quite strong because we've had a number of different perspectives of Litefeet, danced in different ways, taught in different ways. A lot of them have also remained in like contact online with the people they've taught, and people know that they can reach out to them. And then different individuals have been going to New York to train, to lab, and then it's a different European scene now, but in the beginnings there was like a set circle of us in Europe, and it felt like a real family. And we would try to go to each other's events or each other's countries to take the workshops of the New Yorkers, but then we would all be hanging out, get dinner, lab, and like support each other. Like, oh, how's it building in your country? How's it building in your country? Like, da, da, da. And yeah, so I think the connection has been quite natural. But I feel like it's the same, like you see it in popping, you see it in hip hop, in breaking. So
do you consider yourself a UK pioneer of Litefeet?
I cringe at this one because I feel like I'm too young to be a pioneer and all of this stuff, but I guess the years have crept up. And like, where was I? Me and Frankie were somewhere together and they were like, oh, UK pioneers of this and that. And it was like, no, because to us, the OGs, the pioneers are guys in their 40s and 50s. And I'm not that yet. But equally, I can appreciate that it wasn't a thing before I was doing certain things and giving platforms to certain things. And so yeah, I guess in that understanding of pioneer, I guess I pioneered something in a movement.
For the UK scene.
It's come from it. And then I think I was just in a different position as opposed to some of my European peers because of my status in UK as a hip hop dancer. I was already traveling, battling, judging, teaching in hip hop. So when I got into Litefeet, people already respected me enough to listen to what I had to say. And when I said this is this thing, or you should look at this thing, like people did it. Some of my peers in different countries some of them were into Litefeet before me, some have got into it similar time, but they've not had the same ease in their countries because the youngers don't consider them the same level. And they're like, why are we listening to you? Like, I'll just learn it in this video. And so I think that's made it a bit easier for me to sort of take this position and then also have this position in Europe because I've been able to. And I think also with already being a regular teacher and into hip hop, I've found and understood some of the connections between Litefeet and hip hop. And then because I can already teach dance, I could teach this. Like, so yeah, it's all just kind of a lot of circumstances that worked in my favor.
It worked out really well.
Yeah.
Can you describe like the first initial steps that you took bringing Litefeet to the UK?
God, it's that statement, like bringing it to the UK, because like, okay, grand scheme, I would have loved that, but it wasn't like I was taking steps to make that happen. It was more that I liked this thing and I wanted to do it, and I knew that like the other friends I had that were into it, like at least if we were all doing it together, it would grow for us. Like, I didn't know that there was necessarily going to be that much interest. So
So you didn't plan, you didn't start out to be like, right, we're gonna make Litefeet huge. It just happened.
Like Kev Renegade, like he already knew of it. Like he'd seen the old videos, and like when I'd mentioned I was gonna go to New York and whatnot, he was already going duck sauce, and like he'd seen stuff. A few other people had seen glimpses, or they'd been in classes where Link or Stretch had mentioned stuff, but most people didn't have a clue, or they just thought they heard the word Litefeet and they were like, oh, like King Charles, and I'd be like, no, that's Chicago footwork. But like, yeah, there was just that, I guess, general common knowledge wasn't there yet. So I'd gone 2016, lived with Richie for the month, came home, and then was like labbing. I'd hit up Dennis, Yuji, and Jules, and they were already the same as me before. Like, we were all trying to do bits, we just didn't have much info. So then we would lab at Maryland, just literally just doing rounds of like, right, let's as many rev up variations as we can, as many tonal variations as we can. Cool, now let's mix this, let's mix that. And yeah, like, I guess we spurred each other on. Other people then like would be looking at what are they doing. If all four of us were like regulars in the battle scene, so again we would showcase this thing we were doing. A judge demo as well, like, so I guess it was getting noticed, but I don't think any of us knew it was going to sort of take off as it did.
It wasn't going to get the recognition that it has now.
Yeah,
because I remember years ago when Litefeet first started coming into the UK scene, especially in the comp scene, a lot of people started calling it a trend. Now obviously it's not, and it's here to stay, but how do you feel about that? Like, people did look at it as if to say that'll be gone in like 2 years.
Yeah, so back in the Troc era, there was the UK jerk scene. And jerking was a big movement in the US, but the UK had a scene. They had a couple of crews, there was battles, and in the Trocadero battle event there'd be like 1v1 popping, 1v1 jerk, 1v1 house. Like, it was a thing.
It was just like
and it came and then it died off. Crump got really big at a moment, and it didn't ever die, but it got a lot quieter. And so in my mind I thought it could be like this, it's going like this, but it could sort of slow down. But I also didn't like people calling it like a trend or the craze, because I wanted people to respect it as a style. It wasn't just like doing a dab, like, you know what I mean? I get certain movements, social media, things that are easy to pick up, people just did them, and then that's a trendy move now. And then all the choreographers, like Studio 68, Pineapple, like all of the hub, all of these things was just like people doing a lock-in or a bad all-in or a bad this, and you just cringe a little bit, like, like, if they just spent half an hour
researching.
And I think I had a lot of admiration for my teachers and the people I would see at Team Night, which is one of the main lab spaces in New York. That I'd be like, oh, like, why don't they get it? Why can't they see what the magic that I can see? So yeah, I didn't like people calling it a trend, but equally I could understand because it was new to people and they didn't get it yet.
If we're talking about your specific Litefeet style, like how you dance, what are the unique elements of your dance, and how has it evolved since you started?
I think I was lucky because in the grand scheme of Litefeet now, when I think of like all the different styles of Litefeet, the teachers I found at first just happened to be where I think I would have ended up anyway. Coming from popping and crump into Litefeet, I'd already loved my like isolations, my concepts, like tracing, threading, like all of this, like I already loved the illusionary stuff. Richie Rich is from a team called Team Rocket. A couple of his best friends at the time, E-Solo, Keenan, all of them have completely different styles. Like Team Rocket are kind of known for being a bit like abstract with their Litefeet. So I came into New York Litefeet through them. So I was like, you can do it like this, but like this, but like this, by like this, and then we can do all of that backwards. Like it kind of felt like, raw, sick. And then Crybaby was teaching at the same studio as Keenan, and Cry for me is one of the best Litefeet teachers, and that was amazing. So then I'm like, cool, I've got all of these crazy innovators I'm surrounded by. I've got one of the top teachers that I'm like sort of been taken under his wing. Then at teen night, Rich introduced me to Mr. YouTube. At the time, he also then started coming to Christ's classes and like started teaching together, and then he started teaching himself. And again, like Swiss was always super generous with his time too. So it was like, I sort of felt like my way was quite easy. Like, cool, I already like illusions and stuff, so I'm gonna play with a lot of fixed point tracing and threading within my Litefeet. I love rhythms and patterns, and so tic-tac-toe. But again, if you look at like E Solo or Cry, they're sick with their tic-tac-toe too, so it sort of made sense. I met Mystery Man very early on, and Mystery Man's the creator of the tic-tac-toe, and he was a mad cool guy as well. And again, so it was like I'm inspired there. So I think, yeah, my style is very tic-tac-toe, very illusionary, conceptual. And then you skip a few years, and I was a big fan of Lifetime and 40 Pounds. 40 Pounds was like the last on my list of my favorites that I hadn't met. Like cool, there's Keenan, there's Fly Boogie, there's Hypestyle, like all my favorites I'd see online, like I'm slowly meeting them. 40 was never to be seen. And I'd been out there like 5 times, like, where is this man? And like people were like, oh, you've just missed him, he was here last week. And then eventually he was at teen night, and first spoke to him and got to know him. And we didn't really connect. It was just more like, that's him. I let him know that I'm a fan, and like, cool. Kid Smooth and Boy Ice, and like a lot of the youngers then were also dancing very much Lifetime. Like, they were very fast, technical, and I was a big fan of it, but I just didn't know what any of it was. And then skip to, I think 2022 was when 40 first came. And his workshops were then like, now I'm able to know what all of these things are, and like the stuff I've been trying to train or try it at home, I've got the skill set. And then at the end of the trip, 40 put us all down for Lifetime, and it was like, right, cool. So then I love the dynamics shift between like that and then and building with these tools. I think in ways I'm more in touch with the music than some Litefeet dancers, but equally, like, if you see any Solo or a Richie Rich, they're dancers that dance to the music, so again, that makes sense. The rhythm and all of that, the footwork from 40 and the rest of Lifetime, and then
What challenges did you face when establishing Litefeet culture in the UK, and how did you overcome them?
I guess a big thing was money. All the New Yorkers want to come over here. A lot of them have put years, blood, sweat and tears into this craft, and they deserve to be shining and traveling, etc. But there's not jobs for everyone. There's only a certain amount of teachers needed in a year, a certain amount of judges needed in a year. And I find myself sacrificing a lot of my own money to bring people here, and it wasn't always appreciated. Not all of them. Some people are super appreciative and whatnot, but some it's like, I'm really like bending backwards to get you here, and then it's like, and I think for my mental, and also like my friends and family around me are like, why are you putting this effort in? Like, like this is So that was quite a challenge. Some people, like OGs, expected me to really police Litefeet, and I did at times. Like in hip hop, my first crew is Connor Howe, with Kashmir as the leader, and Kashmir would cuss people out for not being legit. There was a point where he would go to a class that was labeled hip hop, and he would go with his camera, walk in, not care, like mid class, and be like, show me the hip hop, call people out in front of and I think having that way as like part of my upbringing, I can be quite outspoken with things when they're not done correctly, and I think we should all strive to be authentic, and we're not a business, we're making business happen with culture, and I think there's that split. In business, things go, like people snake people and we let it be, but when things are related to culture and community, I'm like, we can make business, but let's do it right. So the struggle was then seeing a lot of the fake feet happening, and yeah, everyone and their like aunties wanted to be teaching and choreographing it, putting it into their sets. And then I guess there was this weird time where me, Cry, or others would be judging at certain comps. So the schools, they always get it backwards. They think, oh, that judge does this, so I need to put that in my set, with no training in it and giving us the worst version of it.
Yeah.
The judge is now from that style, so can see everything wrong with it. Like, don't do that. It's the wrong way. Like, if your strength is elsewhere,
play to your strengths.
If you're interested and want to do that thing, cool, just learn it and do it. But like, that was a weird time as well, because a lot of schools, and obviously the parents are spending a lot of money and investment into their kids' training. So the schools then can't be like, we're attempting this thing. The schools are then putting on a front like, yeah, we do Litefeet too. We can do this.
Yeah.
And
it's like they pick up what they see, but never actually go and do the knowledge.
And then because the UK comp schools can be very cliquey and there's a lot of like issues. Michelle Allen, shouts to Harry, was the first in Scotland to take me up there, and she would also arrange for me to teach in a couple of schools she was friends with, and which was amazing, because then you've seen how Scotland are. Like, between Scotland and Wales, they've definitely got the most Litefeeters in the. There's probably more Litefeet dancers in Wales and Scotland than there is in the whole of Europe.
Right,
it's crazy.
That's mad.
But because of petty dance school politics, other dance schools wouldn't necessarily come to these workshops, and it was just like, it's a bit annoying. And then same going to Plymouth, this school would book me, but then the other school won't come because they don't like them, and it's like, ugh. Then you go here, it's the same issue. Lee would bring us a synergy, and like, so all of this was like annoying things to deal with that like we shouldn't be dealing with.
But it takes a big person to overlook personal conflicts for the community.
I think when you're not running a dance school, it's easy to be on the outside and be like, well, this is stupid. And I get when it is your dance school, you're much more passionate and defensive, so when things happen, people get attacked personally. But they need to sometimes go like, why am I doing this? Because I love dance, because I love teaching these kids to dance, because I want these kids to have like
How important is it that this style is taught properly to young dancers?
I think it's super important. It's one of these weird ones that sometimes I'm at a school and the school will be like, oh, can you teach our olders? And like when they've got it, they'll like teach the youngers, like, or like I'll have a half-hour slot with the youngers and then an hour and a half with the olders, and they're like, yeah, just give them anything, like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, again, it's the wrong way around, because actually if the youngers get it now, by the time they're older, like, so I think it's super important to, well, either learn the foundations correctly at a young age, or not necessarily a young age because you might be starting later, but like in the beginning, or just be around it. You don't necessarily need to be in every class or every workshop if you're around it or doing your research, because no one teaches the New Yorkers. They're going to teen night. Okay, there might be a little bit of coaching or show me this step, show me that step, but no one's breaking stuff down and teaching. You're just in and around it, and you're seeing people do it in different ways, and then you're learning that way. I think that's also valid.
What sort of influence do you think Litefeet has had on the UK dance scene overall? Positive, negative, minor, major?
I think it's gone a bit crazy in a sense. Like, if you think of because the comp circuit had it with house, and then it went whacking, when crump, when Litefeet has kind of come, and it stayed. These certain schools will be nailing their team sets with it. Then you come like a step down and you're looking at the quads, the solos, the duos, and most of the time there's strong Litefeet up there. If they're not winning, they're like somewhere.
They play us in.
And the music, like, you can't go to a comp without hearing a Litefeet song. It's crazy. So and then also certain, like, the fact they know the names, like you can go somewhere and say a Mr. YouTube or E Solo, or like this isn't necessarily there with other styles. Like house for me is one of the saddest ones because it was crazy high level here and like scenes, parties, battles, and it all kind of slowed down. I guess the new generation weren't picking up house the same way they wanted to do hip hop or Litefeet. So then you can talk about some of these OGs in front of these kids in house and they're like, who? And I'm like, whoa, what's happened? Whereas right now with Litefeet, it surprises me how many Litefeet dancers some of these kids can name that have never been to the country. And I'm like, gosh, yeah.
Well, looking at the future of Litefeet in the UK, what role do you see yourself playing in the next couple of years in the development of the style? Do you think there's any space for you to continue the development? Do you think you've done your part? Or do you always think that you're going to be involved?
This year it's been a bit slower, but last year and the year before, there were so many other events with Litefeet that I wasn't involved in.
Right.
Loved it.
Okay.
Like, and people coming up to me like, blah blah's doing a Litefeet battle. What do you think about that? And I'd be like, sick. Like,
go for it.
Like, we need this, and like that means I could actually enter one. Because like that's the dead thing. Litefeet's grown here, but it's my event. I'm paying the judges, so like, there's not really a rule against it. But like, it looks.
There's
dodgy.
always gonna be someone shouting by us. Yeah.
So I like to think it can continue to thrive with people doing their thing. And whether I'm involved or not, like I'll be there as a spectator or a battler. Like I'm happy to just come and support. I like to be a fly on the wall and just see the things grow. And like when you see, like forever, like Synergy Take One for me, like they've been really like waving the flag. But now we've got like the Dance Excise, the UDAs, like Swag Out, a few of these groups where I'm like, cool. Yeah. Give it another 5 years, like maybe they're gonna be the next Take One Synergy. Like maybe not, maybe they're gonna go down another path, they find a new style or something else. So like personally I've been I had an annoying back issue and then I've become a father, and like Swiss is in the same boat as me with his little one. Like it takes up so much of your time, and neither of us are doing like childcare. Like, so my eldest is in preschool half a week, the youngest is with me or with my partner, and same as Swiss. If he's not working, he has his daughter. So our time is gone. What I want to happen is once the girls are in school more and I've got more free time, I can train more, I can do my admin during the day, so my evenings are more free, so I can train in the evenings too. And I'd like to be way more present battling again. Because right now, due to me being part of the Kingdom League team, I can't partake in those events. I can't partake in like my own Litefeet events. So then like I go to bare events throughout the year that I can be part of. And then with my circus company or other jobs, maybe I'm booked here, booked there, I hear another event, I'm not free for this one, I'm not free for this one. I've got a free weekend, but there's nothing on. And like, so I would love to, like, I've just turned 34. I'd like to say I'm going to get another few years of battling regularly. So ideally, that can be my position, that I can help showcase it and smoke some people.
I kind of want to play a game with her. So I've got some names of some Litefeet dancers. I'm going to name two, you choose one. Now, we can do it either like a tournament or winner stays on. I kind of want to do winner stays on.
Let's do that.
Yeah? Okay.
As in, by preference or who I think is like best. Because there's times I'm judging a battle and I prefer this person, but I know that like from my criteria, I've got to vote this way. So what are we doing?
We'll do preference.
Cool.
We'll do preference, okay? Okay. Ready?
No haters, by the
No
way.
hate.
My preference.
We got J-Bull, Mr. YouTube.
Oh, my boys. J-Bull.
J-Bull, K Jojo.
Yo sis. J-Bull.
J-Bull, E Solo.
Oh, the thing is now, like solo used to be one of my like top 3 love. His style's changed again now, which I think is great, and like I don't think he should keep his style for my preference.
Yeah.
But like I love, like there's a lot of value I have for his dance, but his way isn't my favorite right now.
Okay.
So J-Bull,
Shin,
J-Bull,
Kid the Wiz,
J-Bull,
J-Wavy.
That battle needs to happen. Battle of the J's. Jaden, bro, you're my bro. Love you long time, but gotta go with J-Wavy. It's one of my goats.
J-Wavy, Crybaby Cozy.
J-Wavy,
Diggy.
Oh, because this is one of the things.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be like, "Oh, who do you think's better, Jay or Diggy?" As in J-Bull. Now, like I've just said, J-Wavy over J-Bull. I'm such a fan of Diggy's dance.
Yeah.
Like, I think Diggy is literally like, out of this world. Like crazy guy. But J-Wavy is flipping, up there. Like my 3rd favorite. So I think I've got to stick with J-Wavy.
J-Wavy, okay. J-Wavy, £40.
Damn, you're really making my
Yeah.
CEOs. So shout out Lifetime, 40s our CEO, but co-CEO J-Wavy. Damn, like the thing is, there's a whole wide range, and I think J-Wavy is a bit more versatile. And I've had back a day, like teen nights, I'd be in sessions more with him. I think I'm sticking J-Wavy.
Yeah, okay. J-Wavy, Mo Black.
I love Mo Black, but for like my preference, J-Wavy.
J-Wavy, Baby O.
Oh, my spanky brother, twin, J-Wavy.
J-Wavy, Know a Lot.
Flip! This is a crazy one. It's one of my favorite battles to show people, like online. Noah is incredible. It's interesting because the way I'm gonna say it could be about either of them. I think sometimes where the battles are timed, Noah is trying to pack so much stuff into that round that it's harder to appreciate, and things can look a little bit rushed. He's definitely like up there. Like there's a lot of controversy right now about his battle with the boys, and I think it's just that the boys present their things very well, but they're coming from a scene where we have the battle scene's been around for a lot longer in this format. Whereas Noah was just like content in your face. It's harder to digest, but the level is crazy. J-Wavy can be like that, but I think he's got more moments of pause and breath, and you can like digest it and be like, raw. So they're cousins, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay, that's cool.
J-Wavy.
Okay, and finally, J-Wavy, Keenan.
I knew this was coming. Did Ellie tell you to put Keenan at the end? Completely different dancers. Like I've learned a lot from them both, just like from watching and then obviously through labbing. Keenan's my favorite Litefeet dancer. Like full stop. So J-Wavy, I thought you had this one. I thought you ain't gonna say anyone else. Keenan. There
we go. Keenan, done. There we go.
Damn.
That was sick.
Watch the hate. It's always the Americans. They're going to jump on YouTube and they're going to cuss us out. So it's my preference. So my preference can't be wrong. Your preference is different. My preference.
Facts. There we go. Sick. There we go. King K, Kieran Warner. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for the invite.
Here we go.
I almost said the SHIT. I don't know.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. It's just this is just YouTube. There's no.
Shit.